Entitled lady could not care less that someone she doesn't know walked away with her baby. So this is a quick story from a long time ago that I just recently started thinking about again. My family has owned a restaurant for about the last 20 years or so, but this takes place a few years after we opened. We had a table of around 8 or so people, including a mother with her kid in a baby carrier. Everything was fine for the first 30 minutes or so, but then this kid just starts screaming. It was so loud. To this day I honestly don't think I've ever heard a kid so loud. Now normally parents try and calm the kid down somehow, or even the special few who will actually take the kid outside till it calms down so everyone else can eat in peace. These people are few and far between, but awesome. This lady, and by extension the whole table, just ignored this kid for like 15 minutes. I am not kidding when I say this kid screamed the whole 15 minutes. Other tables start getting understandably upset and are on the verge of leaving. We live in a really chill town and they all understood it wasn't our fault at all, but still we did try and ask the table if they could do something, but they either ignored us, which is very likely, or couldn't hear us over the kid. Now at this point my mom is pissed. My mom is the nicest person you will ever meet, right up until you are a problem, then she can get downright scary. She's had enough of this and just walks over to the table, knees down and picks up the kid, then just kind of walks away with him. The table watched my mother do this, but no one, including the freaking kid's mom, says anything. So she takes the kid for a small walk to the front. It should be noted that all this kid seemed to want was a bit of attention. The second he was picked up he stopped crying and was actually a freaking adorable baby. Now one might assume at this point that my mom and the baby's mom knew each other, but nope. About 10 minutes later the lady asks the server who was that person that walked away with your kid. So we told her that was the owner. Your child was disturbing the other customers, so she picked him up to stop him. Literally all she said was, "Oh, okay," and went back to talking to the other people at her table. This lady knew that someone she didn't know picked up her child and walked away with him, but felt that eating and talking was somehow more important. Not likely in our town, but if someone wanted to just steal that kid, she probably wouldn't have thought to say anything until the person would have been 20 minutes down the highway. When my mom brought the kid back a few minutes later, the lady actually has a huge smile on her face and says, "Oh, thank you for taking care of him." Now my mom has this terrifying death glare that to this day scares the hell out of me, and I'm 33, so she doesn't say a word and just stares at this woman for about 10 seconds. She gets embarrassed and looks away. They left a few minutes later, and I honestly think that almost 15 years later they never came back. We tell this story to most new employees and they have a hard time believing someone who actually not care that some stranger walked away with their kid. Honestly, if I hadn't watched the whole thing, I'd have a hard time believing it.